Welcome to RecumbentTV Episode 2. Yes, if you remember correctly, Episode 1 came out in February 24th of 2011. As I record this, it is August 1st. Yeah, I know, that's a long time. We're looking at 5 months there. That's a lot longer than I'd hoped for, certainly. I'd promised that we'd do these shows on a monthly basis. That didn't quite work out, and then it kept slipping and slipping and slipping. Well, now we're back. And I'm also going to rescind the monthly promise because, look, obviously that wasn't doable. I can either say bi-monthly or say whenever we have material. So let's go ahead and say bi-monthly to give me a deadline to try to meet from now on. I so apologize for the delay. It was not the way I wanted things to happen. It was just what ended up being. So let's go ahead and put all that stuff behind us and get started on Episode 2. So where have we been? Well, in March, Big Cat HPV flew us down to Winter Garden, Florida for their factory tour and rally. So we went down there with our cameras and we shot a lot of footage of people riding around on their Catrikes, taking a look at how Catrikes are made, and then taking a look at the new trail and villager for 2011. Let's go ahead and get started with that rally video right now.
So this is a good time. It's fun to see a family grow. The guy who makes something up makes it work.
Great event, one of the best around. Can't beat a Catrike.
I want to thank everybody for coming. This is an incredible event. It's our 7th event, and it's just crazy awesome how every year it gets better and better. All right, so let's line up, make 3 different lines, and then everybody get in their trikes, and we're all ready. We'll take off.
Pretty nice looking ride, right? If you're trying to count the number of folks that were actually on the ride, we put the count at around 114 people, counting everybody on the Catrikes, on the Deltas, and on the upright bikes. Great crowd, very friendly, a lot of fun, and of course everybody stopped in Winter Garden for lunch after the ride was over. But where do you go after that? Well, a lot of people went back to the lot to get their cars. Some people jumped on their bikes. We all headed over to the Big Cat factory. And there we got not only a tour of the factory, but we got an overview of the business from Paolo and Mark and everybody at Big Cat. We don't have all the footage of the people going through their presentations necessarily, but we do have some great footage of what happens in the Catrike factory itself. In addition to that number of 114 riders, let me throw out another number for you, 38. That's the number of minutes it takes a Catrike to go from beginning to end in the factory process, not counting bake time for the powder coat. But go ahead, jump on in here and let's see what it takes to make a Catrike.
These are two good friends, sir.
We're best buds, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I really enjoyed the Van Fleet, and I enjoyed the Catrike rally. I love seeing so many cats. We went down by the lake, but we didn't go in because cats don't like water. So we didn't go in.
We're gonna start our factory tour, and you guys can see how we do these babies and have fun like we do. So I can continue welding the gussets on after the head shoot's been done.
So there you have it, soup to nuts, how to make a Catrike. Now you saw a lot of the spinning stands. Those are actually there because they support multiple configurations for different types of cats, whether they're Catrikes or cat bikes. It allows the person at that stand to get everything locked into place quickly, spin it around to get to a certain set of welds, spin it around again to get to another set of welds. The thing about the Big Cat factory is that efficiency is the key word. They're always looking at how to make the process more efficient, faster, and more exact. You can't ask for much more in a manufacturer. So we were thrilled to death to see that process, and we hope you enjoyed it too. Moving on, we're going to take a look at what some of that efficiency has resulted in, namely the new Catrike Trail and Villager. One of the things that is efficiency related you might notice as we look at this video of these two trikes is that the bracket that is now used for connecting the seat adjuster is the exact same thing on both bikes, only it's flipped as to where the connecting piece is. So on the Trail it's in one orientation, on the Villager it's another. Again, this is built into their rigging so they can very easily switch from one trike to the other during their manufacturing process. It's really great to see that kind of behind the scenes stuff. But right now what we're going to do is take a look at the trikes themselves. Now this is devoid of narration. So just enjoy looking at these two great trikes and listening to the soundtrack, which kind of makes it sound like a low-budget porno. But hey, you know, whatever. If that's what you like, who am I to judge? So let's go ahead and take a look at both of those.
I ride a Delta.
Well, that was real hard to do, huh?
Oh. Wow, what a difference. And I'm being filmed? Okay. That is good.
Well, all right, there we are. That's our tour of the rally, the Catrike factory, and the new trail and villager for this year. I'd like to thank all the folks at Big Cat for hosting us and flying us down to get this footage for everyone. They were great hosts, certainly got a nice t-shirt out of it, which talks about the fact that this is the 7th year that they've been doing this event. You heard Mark talk about that a little bit in the first video, but of course there's a nice big number 7 on the back there. I don't want to get too crazy with the arms, otherwise my green screen will go nuts. But yeah, major thanks to them for helping us cover the expenses to get down there. Tip to any other manufacturers who'd like us to do the same. Pretty much plane ticket and lodging, and we're good to go. Thanks for joining us for episode 2. I promise it won't be another 5 months until you see us again. Hopefully it'll be either next month or the month after. We have a lot of video footage that we built up in those interim months that we have ready to go, ready to edit, ready to get out to everybody. So look for us again much sooner, because really we don't want to be doing this only every half a year. So until next time, get out and ride, enjoy the summer, what's left of it, and of course, go recumbent.